Back foot, back foot no ball is usually the return crease. Okay. And then where we pitch the wickets is called the bowling crease. So crease is always measured 22 yards. When we say 22 yards, it's from bowling crease to bowling crease, right? Okay. And you can see the white line, and this area is the protected area. So usually, can anybody say what's the length of the popping crease? I mean, from the bowling crease to popping crease, what's the distance? Anybody?
1.2 meters.
Oh, can you tell it in feet?
24.
Bowling crease to popping crease. What's the in feet? I think 1.2 meters is correct, but I don't know in meters. Let me check. What will 1.2 meters come to?
4 feet. 4 feet.
So
4 feet.
around
Yeah,
38.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. 4 feet. So bowling crease to popping crease is 4 feet. From popping crease to the protected area is 5 feet. As you can see here, it's 5 feet. And from the center, you can see an imaginary line joining the center of two middle stumps. Okay. From that center, it's 1 feet on the either side. 1 feet. So this is usually represented by this small line, as you can see here. I'm pointing it out on either side over here. So this line, and over here also there will be this line. This is represented. This is to indicate the protected area. So it is 5 feet from the popping crease, and from the imaginary line joining the center of two middle stumps, it's 1 feet on the either side. That is exactly what is the protected area when it comes to turf wicket. So who does this actually protected area apply to?
I think it applies to both bowlers and batsmen, Soshan.
Okay,
Mainly
okay,
batsmen. Yeah, I think both.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. See, let's go to next phase. Before coming to that, I'll tell you who are the people it will apply to. See, these are the markings over here. From bowling crease to popping crease, it's 4 feet. From and width of the return crease is 8 feet 8 inches. 8 feet 8 inches. And stumps width will be 9 inches. And as you can see here, 1 feet above. Okay. So okay. See, there is a general conception that it will apply to both batsmen as well as the bowlers. See, protected area is mainly indicated for bowlers only, and also sometimes for the striker. See, there is a distinction between the striker and the batsman. When I say batsman, it includes both the striker as well as the non-striker. But the batsman has no role when it comes to protected area. Only the striker. I have a PPT about that also. It's about how closely he can take stands to the protected area. But when we talk about protected area, after delivering the ball, the bowler cannot enter the protected area whatsoever. So if he enters the protected area, we'll see what are the things that how an umpire can handle it. Is that clear? So there is a misconception when it comes to it does not apply to batsman. It only applies to striker and only during his stance. But while the batsman is taking the run, the entire pitch is they have to stay outside the pitch. Is that clear? Okay. So these are the markings and guideline. Anybody who watched the guideline? So usually in T20 or one day match, we have an somebody says as a wide line. The wide line. It's not a wide line. It is usually called as a guideline. GUIDE guideline. And it is from the return crease. It is not measured from the wicket or anywhere else. From the return crease, it is 17 inches. Usually the guideline is 17 inches. Is that clear? Okay, guys. So any doubts with the popping crease, return crease, bowling crease? Any doubts do you have?
No.
No, no, Soshan. I
No?
think that's
No.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now coming to this thing. Striker and the batsman. So first we'll see how the strikers is involved over here. Can a striker stand over here? Yeah, guys, can a
Yep.
striker stand here?
Yes.
Yes. Can
Huh?
a striker stand here outside
Yes.
the popping crease? Yes.
Yes.
Can the striker stand here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All agree to this? Can striker stand here?
Yeah.
I think it's closer to
Yeah, it's closer to the protected area.
protected
Can the
area, so
striker
I think
stand
it's
here?
debatable. Yeah.
No.
No? Okay,
No.
clear, guys. Fantastic. So striker is not allowed to take a stance on the protected area. Okay? But the striker can take a stance over here. Is that clear? So, what if the striker stands here? What are the things that you are going to do? Especially the person umpire standing at the striker's end, or you can call it a leg umpire. Will you take any action?
So I think he'll be given the first warning,
Okay,
like especially getting closer to the protected area.
okay, okay. See, guys, striker is allowed to take a stance close to the protected area. Okay, there is no warning or whatsoever involved. So once he stands in the protected area, you see the first ball. You don't jump and tell him to stand behind at the very first go. You
Yeah.
see the first ball, how he is facing it. Whether he is facing with the front foot, say where his one, while he's facing the ball in the for one or two deliveries, whether his front foot is it coming onto the protected area. When he takes, usually we will have the trigger movement, right? The batsman, the striker will have a trigger movement. So if he is coming to play the ball consistently, one or two balls standing at the striker's end, you can see that his front foot is coming onto the protected area, both balls. Then you can always tell him to come one step behind and tell him that your front foot is entering the protected area while you are playing the ball. That's scenario number one. So scenario number two, he is standing over here very close to the protected area. But he plays the ball back foot. Usually they have usually the trigger movement is front foot, or usually they take one step behind and they play the ball back foot. So you know why I told initially to don't jump and start giving him warnings or start applying laws in the go. He is allowed to take a stance there. Then you observe him for one or two balls standing at the striker end, whether he's taking the front foot forward. If he's not taking the front foot forward, he's playing there, or if he's taking a back foot, usually from there they go back foot to play the ball, then it's okay. There is no warning applied or anything. Only case where he plays front foot and his front foot is continuously coming onto the protected area, that is when you tell him to come one foot back. Okay, these are the two scenarios. Clear about this?
Yes.
Clear, guys? Was
Uh-huh.
it clear? Was my explanation clear? Any doubts?
No.
No.
No? Okay. So suppose he is standing here. Every ball, he takes a huge stride forward. He comes from a front foot and he continuously plays the ball on the protected area. Is that allowed? He takes a huge leap forward. Like he takes couple of while the bowler is in run up, he take couple of steps forward, and while taking the couple of steps, he comes here. Is that allowed?
So is it like a couple steps away from
Yeah,
the?
he's standing here. His stance is here. His stance
Okay.
is here. But he usually they'll have a couple of movements, right, to
Correct.
actually to avoid the spin, to counter the swing. Sorry, not the spin, to counter the swing, or he would step forward and smash the ball over the six. He wants to. So then
I think
he
that is
takes
allowed.
couple
Yeah.
of steps. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So that's allowed. So as long as he's not taking the stands nearby, and as long as he's not entering every time his front foot is not going, so he's allowed to stand here and he's allowed to walk in and play the ball even though he enters the protected area. Is that clear? Okay. So now coming next to, see, this is the only time when the protected area applies to the striker. So anytime while running, okay? So running, as soon as the batsman plays the shot, he can take few steps. He can take few steps on the pitch, but he is expected to run outside the pitch. Clear? So first is the batsman. He is expected to run outside the pitch, but it's not like as soon as he plays the shot, you don't expect him to jump outside the pitch. He can always like a V shape, he can run on the pitch, couple of steps, and then ensure that he's just not running on the pitch throughout till he reaches the other end. Okay? Ensure that he's running in a V as soon as he plays the shot. Couple 2-3 steps on the pitch is completely fine. And after that, he has to run outside the pitch. Okay? If he's running, see this whatever the chart or whatever the this thing I have created here, it's a textbook. So if you find any batsman, actually, how many matches happen in a day?
Three
How is
matches.
that? Three
Soshan,
matches.
3 games on a
Yeah.
Saturday, and yes, one on Sunday. So basically 4 games on a weekend.
Okay. See, Sunday, if it's just one game, you can be lenient. As
Right.
you can see in IPL matches also, T20, people run on the pitch, batsmen run on the pitch. It's completely fine.
Right.
There'll not be unless it's too damp or there is too much of dew on the pitch. It's completely fine. You can be liberal over here. You
Right.
have to see the intention of the batsman. Suppose he runs in the first few overs, first 6 overs or first 10 overs. Still, it's becoming a disadvantage to their team itself. But a tailender, a bowler, a tailender where he's running in the 17th, 18th, 19th over, that will be seen like a little bit of deliberate, where he's trying to tamper with the pitch. And
Right.
also Saturday, first game to last game, you can be very strict because you can always tell them that there are another few 2 games involved.
Correct.
So you can be very strict from the first game, first innings itself.
Right.
Okay. Sunday, you can be little liberal. That's okay.
Okay.
So as soon as the batsman runs continuously on the pitch, don't go with first and final warning. Have a friendly word with him once and twice. Ask them to run outside the pitch. Uh, and it's okay. And it doesn't matter now that you're playing on a turf, there will be batsmen or who will be wearing spikes. And there'll be batsmen who will not be wearing spikes. So it
Correct.
really doesn't matter. It's about how people see from outside. So whether I have also told many batsmen to run outside. The first thing they tell me is, "Sir, I'm not wearing spikes." So
Right.
it doesn't matter at all whether they're wearing spikes or don't wear
Correct.
spikes. They're supposed to run outside the pitch,
Mhm.
but don't jump into the law. And at the first instance, don't give the first and final warning. That will be little of a bookish kind of umpiring, not a practical approach. For a practical approach, always give them a friendly warning, tell them to run outside the pitch. If the same batsman is again continuously repeating, then obviously you can go with the first and final warning.
Mhm.
In a T20 game, it's very rarely that you are going to enter that. Try to manage it as much as possible with a friendly warning.
Mhm.
If you think it's going overboard, the both batsmen coming in, they're not at all listening to us or not, they're not at all adhering your to words that you're saying,
Mhm.
then always you have the law backing you, or you can go with the first and final warning.
Right.
Suppose batsmen they do it for the second time, then what do you do? This chart is very simple. Then you go with the 5 penalty runs
5 runs.
and
Yeah.
disallow the runs. So one thing that you have to ensure that does not apply to the same batsman. So once you give batsman to a 3 down batsman or a 1 down batsman, that warning will apply throughout that innings. It's not that individual warning for different batsmen. Okay. So how you do that is a opener who runs on the pitch, you gave them a first and final warning. And any batsmen who are coming in then, you always inform them that, boss, we have already given a first and final warning for running on the pitch. Be very careful. If you do it again, we'll have to go with the law and we have to give 5 penalty runs to the
Mhm.
fielding side. Okay. So when it
Right.
comes to striker or batsman, it is not to that particular
Prashant,
batsman. It is to the whole team. Yes, yes.
Sean, so what happened? Actually, it is very difficult for me to do that, to
Hmm.
give penalty. So
Yes.
my warnings were completely for all the members who came into bat. Now, the
Okay.
last over, which was the 19th over, the batsman, I warning and warning. I'm a very lenient actually. And
Uh,
so the last over, the batsman
hmm.
hit for 1 run and then run through the whole time when he hit that strike, he
Hmm.
came right through the pitch. So I had to
Okay.
give that 5 run penalty. Now, it is, yeah, it is thoughtful that all umpires be a little bit lenient on that issue, because if they're not lenient on that issue, then all the batsmen who do that, then they're going to get 5 run penalty. So basically, there's not going to be a score on that side because everybody's going to get penalized for 5 runs. Now,
Yes.
my suggestion is continuously to be aware of that batsman or that whole team, that they're trying to run, they're excited, to make that run, and then they just go through that part of that uh, pitch that is against the law in the book. But then at the same time, we have to also draw the line on each player who comes into play, and then who would try to go on the guideline of where to run, and that is the key part of each person who's coming into bat. So
Hmm.
there has to be that stand between the umpire and the player, that they understand, hey, you know what, I cannot run the line, and I have to be very
Yes.
careful running outside of so those are the very key part of the game.
Yes,
Not
definitely.
not
See,
to spoil not to spoil the interest of the players.
true, true. See, that's what I told. Don't go into, as long as possible, try to prolong it. Try to read the game, the intention of the player, whether they're deliberately doing that or whether it is unintentional. They might not be aware of it. Was it an innocent mistake? So take all these factors, but try to avoid giving, because it's just a 20-over match. Try to avoid as much as possible. But also, since it's a Saturday and you have three games and you have multiple teams playing on the same pitch, you have to protect the pitch. So there is no way that you can be very lenient when you have a 3-day game on a Saturday. Sunday, you can always be lenient. The next in a coming week, it can always be repaired. So Saturdays, I think you can be very strict. There is nothing wrong in that. But as far as possible, try to avoid giving five penalties. Try to tell them firmly with first and final warning, or give them a caution, friendly warning. So try to manage it as much as possible without giving the five penalty. If you think you are not able to control at all, it's going overboard, then that is when you still have the law backing you, where you can always give five penalties. Okay, that's when it comes to striker and batsman.
Okay.
So
Thank
next,
you.
the next is the fielder. Fielder has no role to come on the pitch unless to field the ball. Okay, he is not supposed to come on the pitch. When there is a left and right hand change, there are many people who cross the pitch, who jump across the pitch. Even that is not allowed. They might say that I'm jumping 10 feet mark and all those things, but ask them to avoid it as much as possible. No fielder is allowed to be on the pitch while the game is progress unless they are going to field the ball. Okay. For fielder and the batsman, it is saying it is first and final warning, and then straight away five penalty runs. Hmm? Any doubt? Again, for the fielder also, the protected area does not come into play. It is always the entire pitch that it will come into play. It is the entire pitch. Clear? Any doubt about the fielder?
No, Soshan. I think it's yeah,
Yeah.
very clear.
And also, you guys all might also be knowing this. The fielder is not allowed to take a stance on the pitch, right? Even with his one leg on the pitch, or even his any part of his person. in the air on the pitch, it's not allowed. You guys are
Okay.
aware of this, right? So,
Yes.
what action do you take if silly point or a short leg or anybody, any close infielder is standing with his one leg on the pitch? What do you do?
Is it again a warning, Soshan? Oh,
No, no. Anybody? Anybody else? What do you do if a fielder takes a stance on the pitch?
It's declared a no ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's a no ball.
oh,
It's a no ball. So he is not supposed to be physically, one leg cannot be on the pitch, or if he's standing in the crouch position, as you know, silly point usually stands where his hands also cannot be his hands is in the air, but it cannot be inside the line of the pitch also. The
oh,
law says whether he's grounded or in the air.
okay.
Clear?
Okay,
So
Soshan,
in
I
such
was
scenario
really not
also,
aware of that rule. Thank you.
yeah.
Really helped,
So
yeah.
in such scenarios, you can always stop the bowler and educate the team since it's more of a hobby and corporate cricket that's going on. You can always educate them that you're not supposed to stand over here. Ask him to go stand outside the pitch. Is that clear? Even in a lot of
Yes.
our BCCI games for junior cricket, we do that. But when it comes to senior cricket like Ranji Trophy, there we are cutthroat. The senior cricketers are supposed to know the law. We don't educate them. But when it comes to under 16, under 19, we still educate them and ask them to stand outside. Okay? You can always take that approach. Nothing wrong in it. Okay? So yeah, there
Yeah.
might be somebody telling that you're avoiding your no ball for a fielding or for a batting side, which is a free hit and all, but that's okay. Unless you find them playing a very professional level of cricket, many will not be aware of it in the first go. So you can always educate them. Uh, Players will always appreciate you and they'll start respecting you more and more once you start educating them. Okay, so that's one thing. And next is coming to bowler. Bowler so there is no relation between pitch and the bowler. For bowler, it is only the protected area. So as soon as he delivers the ball, he has a delivery stride. The delivery stride after the delivery stride. So he is not supposed to enter the protected area. The first two times it will apply as you I told for the striker or the batsman. Have a friendly word with him. Ask him to go outside, or he might be coming in line with your view. Tell him that you're coming in line with my view, where I'll not be able to judge LBW or a caught behind. If I'm not able to see, it will be a not out. So ask them to go outside. Once they deliver the ball, they're not supposed to enter the protected area. They're supposed to go outside. So uh, pitch is not applied to the bowler, only the protected area is applied to the bowler. Okay. The first time after you giving two, three friendly warnings to him, after asking him to go out, and if he continues to do that, you can always giving first will be the caution. This is a three-step thing. First will be the caution, and next is the final warning, and next it will be the suspension of him from that inning. And this, when it comes to striker or a batsman, it is applied to the everybody in the team. But when it comes to a bowler, it is applied to only the individual bowler. Suppose I am bowling and you give me a caution to me, and next over the Akshay comes and bowls. Again, he enters the protected area. Again, you give him a caution. And next over the Hayes comes and bowls. Again, you start with a caution. So it is for individual bowler. It is not for the team. When it comes to the violation of the striker or a batsman, it applies to the entire team. And also when it comes to the fielder, it applies to the entire team. The whatever first and final warning that you give, it applies to the entire team. But only when it comes to the bowler, it applies to the individual, not to the entire team. And here it's a three-step thing. First is caution, next is final warning, and next is suspension. And for bowler, it is the protected area only. Clear, guys?
Yes, Soshan.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
See, next,
One of my in one of
yeah.
my cases, he covered me. I mean, the bowler covered the umpire. I did not give
Mhm,
him out, and he got
mhm.
upset. And I said, "You covered my. I couldn't see the batsman." So, anyways, on that occasion, the second time he did the same thing. So what I had to do is have the captain not have him ball. Is that also the right procedure to do?
So, second time, what did you do? Sorry, I couldn't
It
catch you there.
told the captain to have him not ball because the way he's balling is basically coming through the pitch.
Oh,
I mean,
second time only you suspended him from bowling?
second, yeah.
Ah, no, 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 no way.
So I had to ask the captain because he cannot basically he couldn't control, especially when he comes through around
Yeah, exactly, got it.
not over but around. He comes right into the pitch, so I could not. And says that's how I ball. So I says you cannot ball that.
See, you need not worry. In a matting wicket, it doesn't matter. See,
Right,
the bowler is already penalized or bowler is already under a disadvantage where you'll not be able to judge an LBW or a
right,
caught behind, right?
exactly, exactly.
So in a matting wicket, even if he's bowling, it's okay. You need not suspend him. He can carry on. He's already under a disadvantage. But when it comes to the turf pitches, so
Yeah,
first time, as you told, you gave him a friendly warning. Second time he comes in, give him a caution. Third time he comes in, give him a warning. And again, the fourth time he comes in, that is when
right,
you suspend. So don't usually suspend him in the second go. It would be very harsh on
right,
any bowler. Or give him a caution, warning, and tell him if you come in again that I'll have to suspend you. Inform the captain also. So
right.
any caution or warning that you give, always keep the captain in loop so that even he is aware of what is happening. Sometimes he might be standing in a long and he might not be aware, and suddenly when you suspend him, he might come and have an argument with you. I did not know this. I would have changed the bowler and or I would have asked him to bowl over the wicket. He can come up with multiple reasons. So whichever the procedure, whenever there is a final warning or caution, always keep the captain in loop so that he is aware of what is
I
going
think
on.
that was right. I think that was his way of bowling, and he couldn't change it, nor he could do anything about
No,
it, especially coming around. So, so going to the captain and saying, if he keeps bowling, I cannot see the batsman, and it's going to be basically your, it's going to be against you guys because he's bowling, and
exactly,
even if he gets the LBW, I cannot give the LBW because it's covering my vision. So,
exactly.
what do
Hmm.
you want to do? You want to continue him as a bowling, or what do you want to do? So in that case, the captain would say, "Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I should remove him from bowling."
That's up to his call. That's up to him. But you cannot suspend him. Always,
No,
as you
no,
told, he was
no.
bowling round the wicket, and
Right,
that is where he had the problem. The
right,
captain may choose to bowl him over the wicket.
right, right.
So yeah,
But yeah,
that's
exactly.
completely left for him.
When he was coming over the wicket, he was doing great. He would come, he
Exactly.
would
Yeah.
pass from the danger zone. But that was not. He would do more wides than anything else. So that was the
Got it.
whole situation.
Okay. Okay. No, don't second time only don't go for suspension.
No, no,
Yeah, just go with the whatever the procedure that I've given here.
right.
Just stick to this. And all
Okay,
once you inform captain, it's up to the captain whether he wants to bowl him for continuing for the next over or he wants to change.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Now standing at the bowler's end, how do you actually see everything? You are supposed to see the LBW, you're supposed to see the caught behind, you're supposed to see the front foot no ball. A lot of things you're supposed to see. You're supposed to see the back foot. And how do you actually judge a protected area? So one way of doing it where I used to do it in initially, now I have had the experience, I get to know as soon as the bowler comes into the protected area, I just get to know something within me. But initially what I used to do is, according to my height, I am about 5 feet 10 inches. So I stand so far away I stand so far that my eye vision and the top of the stumps is coming in the line. Okay, my vision, my eye vision, top of the stumps, and the start of the protected area are everything is in the same line. So whenever the bowler is bowling, and whenever you can see his foot, any feet, like front foot or back foot, above the stumps, above the stumps, and inside, it means that he has entered the protected area. So that is one way, that is just one way. It's not like I'm not saying that it is mandatory for you to do this, uh, but that is one of the way to judge a protected area where I used to do it initially. And did you guys get this? What I'm trying to tell?
Yes.
Is this
Yes, yes,
clear?
Soshan.
Yeah. So the vision, my eye view, based on your height, you can see, you can stand how, you can just see how far you want to stand away or close to the stumps. Just make sure that your eye, bails and the 5 feet mark is in line. So in that way, it's very easy. But always, this being said, always there will be some footmarks where after the ball is delivered, you can always go close to the protected area, see if there are any footmarks. You can see the 1 feet mark and also the 5 feet mark over here. You can see if there are any footmarks. That is also you can judge. But without seeing the footmark, if you want to see as soon as the bowler enters the protected area, this is one of the way to do that. Clear?
Yes, yes, Soshan. That makes it very clear. Yes. And Soshan, I have another question.
Yeah.
So basically, like we have two wickets, right?
Hmm?
So basically, it's like we are alternating the wickets after every game. So I have
You mean the two
uh,
pitches? You have two pitches,
two
is it?
pitches, two
Two
pitches,
pitch.
yes, two
Yeah, yeah.
pitches.
Okay.
With uh, maybe like with couple feet, or 2 to 3 feet,
That's good. Okay.
distance, between the two pitches. So
Hmm?
now, like I have marked the the 5 feet danger area on
Hmm?
the two ends, the two different ends of the pitches, the second pitch end and the first pitch end.
Yeah.
So I have just put in like a small mark in there. I just did see how they do the marking. So is it important to put like a division line between the two pitches and put another protected
Yes.
area?
See,
Because now, yeah,
you see, you can see here, right? That
yeah.
is why. Usually in our local KSC or BCCI matches, this line.
Mhm,
Wait, I'll just put a
mhm.
presentation. Yeah. See, this line over here, usually it's in a L shape. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this line indicates the protected area. But to
Right.
demarcate the pitch, there are dotted lines like this throughout
Right.
the pitch. So what this helps is in case a ball pitches somewhere here, outside the pitch or somewhere on the line, it's still a no ball, right? So
Right.
this will help you in judging that as well. It's always better to have a small L shape over here to
Mhm.
indicate the protected area. And here the dotted line is too close, the dots are too close, you can always have like a, 2 feet or 3 feet distance dots over here. So that will give a clear demarcation between the two pitches.
Right.
Hmm?
Mhm.
That is
Okay.
one thing
Okay.
that you can use.
Right. 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 Okay,
Okay.
that's that's perfect. And Soshan, since like I
Yeah.
know, I know we are kind of nearing the time. I want to ask our players and captains have given me the list of questions.
Yes.
I think if the team is not having any questions in regard to uh, like basically with the danger area, I can just go ahead with a few more questions. I'm gonna just wait for a
Yeah.
few
Any
seconds.
doubts
If
regarding
anybody has any questions with this, yes,
danger area?
No, clear.
yes,
Clear? So now you'll be able to handle what's a protected area. Anybody asks you, see, it's not a danger area. Always say it's a protected area. and
Mhm.
you know whether the protected area applies to batsman, striker, fielder, bowler. So what
Right.
are the things that you have to do?
Right.
I'll also include this in your playing conditions as well, and
Yes.
I'm also working on your complete playing conditions. I mean rules and regulations,
Mhm.
and I'll probably by next weekend it will be ready.
No, definitely. That helps, Soshan.
Yeah.
So
And
Soshan, like, yes.
just a minute, two more
Sure.
points.
Uh-huh.
I just want to point out in this rules, which I found. Just a minute. Um, see, just, where is? Oh my God, where is force reduction? I know
I think
force reduction is rare. Rare when it comes to this.
you can go to the top and from the table of
Top is it?
contents.
Hey, where is it? I saw somewhere. Super over, head to head, power play, non-over play, reduction, 4 overs, 5 overs, disciplinary, captain's responsibility. Okay, let's go to Mankading.
Right.
Right.
See, Mankading, it is mentioned that, yeah, Mankading, the bowler is permitted to run out the non-striker before delivering the ball if the non-striker leaves the crease early. I have little this thing with this and warnings. This is perfect. Warning is not required. See, it is not before bowler delivering the ball. Okay, it is what is mentioned in the MCC law book also is it is the at the point of normal release of the ball. Okay, you would have seen Harshal Patel. It happened in IPL where he did not deliver the ball, but he went like 5 or 6 or even 10 feet into the pitch, and then he tried to make a run out. It was given dead ball by the umpire. So usually for the monkeying, it is where it is normal release. Can you see my video?
No.
No, is it? Okay, I'll just stop sharing. Can you see my video now?
Yeah.
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 So it is the normal release. Once he loads over here, and this is where he's expected to release the ball, right? So before this, before reaching this position, he can always effect a run out. So once he takes, he can effect a run out. But once he reaches the normal release position, it doesn't matter whether he has released the ball or not released the ball. Once he enters here, he cannot do this and then affect a monkeying. No, the time is gone. So the law states before he enters the normal release of the ball, before this position, he can just load and he then affects the runner. That's allowed. But once he reaches the normal release, he cannot affect the runner. The monkeying is not valid after that. You can always signal dead ball. It doesn't matter if the non-striker is outside the crease. Okay,
Okay.
got it? Clear?
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Clear, guys? So the law states, he said normal release of the ball. That's it. It doesn't say so if he has an action like this, if he comes like this and he wants to go back and affect a run out, it's not allowed. The timeline is gone. Okay.
Yes.
And next
And
is
also, yes.
the overs reduction. Overs reduction. I'll just share that. I'll see where it is.
So Shannon, also I apologize. I just gave you like a little older version of our RPCL rules book. Actually,
Okay.
Shashank bro just reminded me. Like we have updated
Yeah.
that. I have already sent you that. We have
Okay.
made
Okay.
a few changes and corrections. Like that would definitely help you. To bring out that the final version.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I'll just go through that.
Sure.
I saw. Able to see here. I saw that. Which page can somebody help me? Which page has like overs reduced overs
Yeah, I'm
and
just
number of overs allotted per bowler? Which page is in the
checking on.
restrictions, super overs, super points?
I think it's section 5. Should be section 5.
Fine, is it? Power play,
Oh, it's
non-power
a
play
bowling
overs.
restrictions. Okay. It's not that.
Okay, a bowler may bowl 4 in case of reduced leg umpire. It's completely missing. It should be somewhere here. Okay. Hmm. You sent me the new law. It should be somewhere here. Okay. Anyway, if a match is reduced to 10 overs or less, okay? If
Mhm.
a match is reduced to 10 overs or less, maximum overs allowed per bowler is 2 overs.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, in Europe, when they do the 10 overs, it's
Uh,
maximum 2 overs.
yeah, it's here, it's here. Just a minute, I'll show it, I got it.
I think there is also over reduction in the penalties section. I think it should be
Just a minute, I got it. I'm showing
okay.
you.
Mostly all the games that are played in Europe League, they're all 10 overs.
Okay, so here, so as you can see here, seventh over, ninth over, it says 2-2-2-3. That has to be corrected. That's wrong. It's maximum of 2 overs. Nobody can bowl 3 overs over here.
Okay.
And that is one thing that has to be corrected. That's it.
Okay.
Everything else is correct. And 666 also, see, maximum of 2 overs. Like 5 bowlers can opt to bowl 1 over each also. That's fine. So it says minimum 2 overs for 2 bowlers. Uh, this wordings is also wrong. So after 10 overs, anything less than 10 overs, it's maximum of 2 overs per bowler. That's it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. These are the two changes I think we can make. I'll get those things corrected. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Now you can ask me any questions that you have.
Yes, Soshan. Thank you. So Soshan, like we have currently, we have helmet, mandatory, like throughout the game. Like majority of our wicket keepers aren't liking the fact that like especially in this California heat.
Mhm.
So that is one thing, and also like having that helmet on, like for all 20 overs.
Mhm.
So that is kind of really difficult. Like there were a couple. There was a situation where one of the wicket keepers, he wasn't really happy, and we wanted to
No.
kind of discuss with you. So
Okay. No, I mean for fast bowlers also have you made it compulsory where they'll stand back?
yes. We did that.
Yeah.
Basically, the reason was, like we were playing on the flicks mat conditions, and
Mhm.
with the flicks, like we did encounter, like some uneven bounces, just to avoid any injuries, for the batsman and the wicket keeper if they are standing very close. I think we are happy to go ahead and make changes since we are playing on a turf wicket now.
Yes. See,
So.
actually, see what we follow here is if a keeper is or any fielder is standing close to the pitch, close to the batsman, uh, if it is for a spinner or if it's for a medium pacers where his off to stands up close to the wicket, then it is compulsory for him to wear the helmet for the keeper. If it's a fast bowler and he's standing like it can be 20 feet or 30 feet behind, then
Mhm.
helmet is not compulsory.
Okay.
Okay.
You can implement the same thing in your
Okay.
league as well.
So in that
But
case,
for
should
any
we?
spinners or medium
Mhm.
pacer where he's standing up,
Right,
helmet is 100% compulsory.
right,
Please have no leniency towards it.
right.
It's not only the ball.
Uh-huh.
It also you would have seen Mark Boucher hit by the bails and he
Correct,
has almost lost one of the eyes. So
correct,
it's
correct.
always better to be careful. Be very strict on that. If he's standing, any fielder standing close by, or any batsman who's facing a medium pacer or fast, helmet is compulsory. If he's a spinner, then still for batsman it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think that's the right rule because if they're standing close to the wickets, then they have to
Yes,
have.
they have to have.
Yeah,
They
I
have to
remember
have.
Boucher got a hit.
Yeah.
that's
Re
important.
Recently, I did a match. One of the guy was telling I played 20 years of cricket and nobody has asked me to wear helmet. I told I am not going to continue the game unless you wear helmet. I was
Yeah,
standing up for stumps. There is nothing doing. Whether you stand up, you wear a helmet or you don't keep. It was very
right,
strict and he abided by the rules
right,
he was happy with that. And there was a board and the bails hit his helmet as well in that same match.
right.
Then he came and thanked me as well. So, as umpires, players' safety is about paramount importance to us. Be very careful. Anything happens to players, it will come down to the umpires.
Right.
100%. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the managing committee,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's very important. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
So,
So better to
yeah,
be safe than sorry.
true, true, true. And Soshan, one more big question. Like now we are alternating sides, right? Like now both sides, the wicket. So
Yeah,
that's a new, a condition. Like most of our cricket fraternity, like they are loving it, and
yeah.
also there are big pros and cons. Like doing that, and it's been few games with that big change, and people are loving it. So now the only thing is, like we have like a stipulated time limit for the game completion.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, like the games are kind of getting slower, right? Mainly,
Yes,
mainly because like the batsmen are the bowlers are changing the side and everything, and
yes.
so we want to make it a little strict. I know like there is like a 60-second rule and etc. So can you just let us know like how to implement that? Because like now we usually tell the teams that there is a penalty for starting late. Well,
Mhm.
now it applies for the first game, but for the second game, if the game is happening late, so now
Mhm.
from the organization point of view, it always looks like like, oh, there is a mismanagement. The games are going slow, and people are loving that, alternating the side. But again, in the end of the day, they don't want to finish in time because it is new for our players as well. It's a new condition for captains as well. So like, is there a way how to tackle this situation well?
See, what's the penalty that you have if they're slow
So
with
right now,
over?
Soshan, we don't have anything in the rule book. We have to add that.
Okay,
Like I was
okay,
just
okay.
waiting for this conference so that we can.
See, there
Yeah.
are a couple of ways. Since you have three games, we have to be very strict when it comes to time,
Yes.
because you have to finish three games.
Yes.
One way of doing it is, always alternating on sides is a good thing where there'll be a balance in the pitch as well. Now that you are playing in turf cricket, it's always good to do so. And players will usually adapt. I know it's initially very difficult for players positioning but you have given 4.5 minutes per over. That's huge. Usually here it's 4.25 minutes, and in multi-day it's 4 minutes. So players will adapt to that, and I know there will be a lot of running for bowlers and fielders as well. But that's the strategy that they have to plan where the fielders are, how they can optimize in their fielding position. They'll slowly figure it out. That being said, say you have how much 4.5 into 20 is it? 4.5 into 20 is 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. So
Correct.
90 minutes you give it. You don't give any allowance whatsoever. Recently, I did a game in Kolkata. So Kolkata, it's like 90 overs in a day. The game starts at 9:30 and ends at 4:30. So irrespective of the overs they are bowled, the game gets over at 4:30. And whatever the overs they have not bowled, they get penalized. So even here in 30 overs game also, KSC also, it happens the same. So they are supposed to bowl 20 overs in that 1.5 hour. And trust me, 1.5 hour is too much to complete 20 overs. They're with kind of spinners, as long as they're not having too many fast bowlers, it's ample amount of time. So you can do one thing to make the game simple. Say you have 90 minutes, guys. You have to bowl 20 overs. If you bowl anything less than 20 overs, if they bowl 18 overs, say at 4:28, say at 88 minutes, they have bowled only 18 overs. Okay, you can give that extra over. 1 over they can bowl. But at 4:30, how many overs they have completed? 19 overs. Stop the game. Stop the game at 90 overs and penalize them with 10 runs penalty per over, or whatever the run rate is, whatever the run rate is, double the run rate, and how many overs they are short. Suppose they are short by 1 over and their run rate is 6. So now you can always say 12 runs for that 1 over. Suppose they are short by 2 overs. So their run rate is 6. And you can 6 into 2, 12, and into 2, that's 24 runs you can add. So that is also one way, or organizing committee, either you want to go with the run rate. There are a couple of pros and cons. Here we do it at Kolkata, they did it at run rate, but at KSA we do a strict 10 overs penalty for every over they're shot. That's how you can
Okay.
encourage
Okay.
them. And team batting second, who are bowled first, who have been penalized, they'll only get 19 overs. They'll not get 20 overs.
Okay.
So that's one way that you can be very strict. And it's very simple for umpires. It's black and white also. You can always say
Sorry to
9:30 game
sorry to
starts.
interrupt.
Yes, yes, Ajay.
We have to penalize twice. First, we have to give double the runs and cut the over also.
Yes, yes, cut the over also. Yes,
Two
that's how
penalties.
it's done. Yes,
Okay.
2 penalties.
Thank you.
So that's how it's done. Over here also. 30 overs game at KSA it's done. And even multi-day game also, Kolkata also, that's the way it's done. Because over here in BCCI, every over they are short, it's like 10% or 20% of their match fees is applied. Usually it's 10% for players and 20% for the captain. And that comes to like thousands of rupees. Their match fees is around 1.5 lakhs. In the 10% is like 15% and 30,000. So to ensure that they perform well in the interstate like BCCI level, so at state level they ensure that they are very strict. We are very strict, and even when it comes to live games, also every second matters to us. And when it comes to overrate, we are very strict about it. Once you start doing it, players will start adhering to it. No worries. I have given you two options. You can choose whichever you want
Got it.
among those. And I also saw the innings break is 7 minutes. I did not understand the logic behind it. Usually innings break, even in the MCC laws, it's 10 minutes. 7 minutes is too less. 10 minutes, you'll give some breathing space for both the players as well as the umpires. Because anyway, 5 minutes before you have to walk in.
Right.
Hmm? So you can always revise that to 10 minutes. My suggestion, it's good if you say the innings break is 10 minutes. Clear? Take out all the allowance and everything. 4.5 minutes is way too much for an over for a T20. 90 minutes is too much for a T20 game.
Makes sense.
Okay. So see, the sport overall, cricket is moving to where you can see in IPL also smart replays are happening, where in between over 60 seconds. All the football and see they're so strict when it comes to time. Cricket with the replays and reviews, it's taking a lot of time. So now they are ensuring how to make the game more and more fast. So that is the line that even you guys should be thinking yeah, in. Be cutthroat. When it comes to overhead, be cutthroat. There is nothing wrong in it. That is where the game is progressing. They want to ensure that game finishes as soon as possible. It's not like gone are the days of test match or even ODIs are gone now. Test match, I personally love test match. It's interesting. But when it comes to T20, the time is very crucial.
Got it.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Soshan. I think pretty much, these were the questions I compiled, most of the captains and, the umpires and everyone. I think pretty much, you answered all the questions, and also in our previous conferences, like previous couple conferences, you explained us thoroughly about the LBW decisions, like with all your the video tutorials, and we still have all those recordings.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
we strictly have a 10 member umpire squad.
Okay.
Moving forward, this is mainly to kind of educate our umpires. Like I think lesser the team, like more the quality. That's what we believe in, because we used to bring in like a lot of new umpires, who are officiating in different leagues. There are so many leagues going around, and it was very difficult, for us, to kind of bring in here, like make them RPCL certified, and like they have a lot of questions now during the game. So that's why, that's the reason we have reduced to like a 10-member umpire panel. So look,
Okay.
and also like we have our just to give you an example, Heshbai is pretty much officiating majority of our games, and we have Henil, who is our one of our umpire panels, and even Ajay sir, he's one of our umpires, who officiate games often, and we have Kamran Bhai, who is also one of the umpires, who helps us, and even Anand Bhai helped. Majority umpire, umpiring. Even Guru brother, he's one of the new umpires. So basically, we have kept it short, a short team, to ensure a small team to ensure the quality. Unless team has any questions for
Yeah.
Soshan,
Yeah,
uh, yes.
Yes.
I,
Yes, Soshan.
yeah, I have a question to Soshan. And I don't want to
Yes.
extend this meeting, but wanted to get a
No, no, no worries. Go ahead.
quick,
Go ahead.
wanted to get your thoughts. Like, can you elaborate a bit more on the use of impact player? Because like this has come up in almost like every league, and we
Hmm.
try to like keep it on par with what the standards are with the ICC.
Yes.
Just wanted to make sure, because like considering like this is a local league, and all the players are not to that particular fitness level, especially during summer.
Yes. Yes.
So I
No.
understand that impact player can be applied only once, and once that
Yes.
impact player switches, we can't shuffle them again. But is it okay to make it a bit liberal for the fielding, or is it not at all allowed in the fielding aspect as well?
See, impact player is somewhere who will be taking the complete role of an existing playing. See, there will be usually a nominated 11, and usually in IPL, when there is an impact player, it will be either the batter or the bowler, will completely replace one from the nominated 11,
Okay,
right? Yeah. And that is applied once the change is made. It is applied throughout the match. It's not per innings.
okay,
Yeah. So impact player is a good suggestion because there'll be people who will be coming after giving up their family time on weekends to come and play cricket. Only 11. The intention is good. One more person will be either will get a chance to bowl or get a chance to bat. Who is a genuine, depending on whether he's a genuine bowler or batter. So the rule is good. It's only one. If we allow too much, it will be. I don't believe in having more than one impact player.
no,
But one impact player is always good for the game.
no, I mean like we limited it to one. We have
Yeah,
like
that's
a
good.
maximum
Yes.
number, but I just wanted to get the clarity on like the fielding aspect. Say like he's allowed to only bowl once or bat once based on like what we choose to. But say for example, like a fielding team has an impact player whom
Mm-hmm.
they applied for the batting. They batted first, they applied him, and he's on the field. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if something happens to any other fielder on the field during the match, can they
Mm-hmm.
switch? Or
No, anyway, substitutes are allowed, right?
okay, it's
See, there are two things. One is impact player who can perform the duties of an regular nominated 11. That is, he can bat and bowl. The
okay.
other is the substitute. So each team will nominate, usually how many players do the team nominate?
12.
15?
I
Oh,
think
12 is it?
we limit to 12, so that's what we wanted to get a
No,
clarity.
no. Yeah, yeah. So see what you can do, you can have the nomination to 15.
Hmm.
15 people in a team.
Okay.
But does team get 15 people or only 12 people do they come to play?
It's hard. Yeah, we kind of like get to the max of 12, but not every team has like an impact player. But just in case we need it, we
I
Okay.
think I
So
think his question is, say suppose we impact a player out, and if from 11 that are playing, if somebody gets injured, can the impact player come to field, which is allowed, I think.
yeah, it's allowed. Once you have an yeah, since because only 12 are playing,
right.
you can allow it here. You can allow it. No
Okay.
worries. So what happens in IPL or local hour leagues? We nominate 15.
Mm-hmm.
Among those 15, one will act as an impact player. Okay, who
Okay.
will be replacing, say, in an RCB team. Say now, uh, what's his name? Venkatesh
Venkatesh
Iyer.
Iyer.
Venkatesh Iyer will come as an impact player for some bowler. Okay. Now,
Okay.
whoever say he comes as impact player for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Now, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar cannot take part in that match even as a substitute once he is out because they
Okay.
have 15. But since you already only have 12, you can always be liberal about it. No
Okay.
worries. No worries.
Got it. Thank you.
Hmm? Okay. I'll show you one video just as a back foot no ball. You can just see that it's a good learning experience. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Jadeja, you can just see the back foot. Yeah, everybody saw that?
Yes.
Is it a fair delivery or a no ball?
No ball.
Anybody else? Anybody
Delivery.
else?
I think
It
it's
should be
still.
fair delivery.
I think still half of his feet is inside that. I think it's a fair delivery for me.
Okay. Why do you
Unless it's
think it's a
completely
fair
outside.
delivery?
I mean, it's not like completely outside. You know,
Okay. Somebody told it's a no ball. Why do you say it's a no ball?
So for the revised, the back foot guideline, even if it touches the line, it's a no ball. You have to be completely inside. The back foot should not touch. Not a smallest part of your foot should touch the revised line. If it touches, it's a no ball.
Okay. Okay. Guys, here both are very close. See, landing, the first landing is where it will count over here. Since the first landing is entirely inside, this what happens after that, it does not matter. Suppose he had landed like this with a flat foot, this would be a no ball. But here he landed on his toe. This was the first landing. When he landed, not even though it was in the air outside, but it was not touching the return crease. So this will be a fair delivery. Okay. Uh, suppose this was his landing. This was his landing, first landing. Then it would be a no ball. But here, his toe lands and then his foot touches. So this will be a fair delivery. Clear?
But for the front foot, if the so front foot, say suppose the crease, he just lands the front part, as
Mhm.
in this case, his complete foot steps later on. So same thing for the front foot. If he steps half outside the crease, it's still a no ball, right?
No, 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 no. Front foot, whether it's in air or it's grounded, some part of to has to be behind the line. Then if the entire foot, the first here also first landing, you might have seen some bowlers who lands and then their foot skids. So that's okay because the first landing is still inside. It's still okay.
Right. But for some of the spinners, what they do is like Jadeja,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
foot lands outside the crease and their heel is still lifted.
Inside. Yeah, lifted. But if the heel, once it's lifted, this is the line. When the heel is lifted and the air, if some part of the heel is still inside, it's a fair delivery. So this is the end of the feet. If this is the popping crease, if the heel is like this, where the heel is outside the popping crease, then it's a no ball. whether the land and even if it's in the air and the heel in the air, it's inside, it's not a no ball.
Oh, okay, okay.
Got it?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay. I just wanted to, I knew this is little tricky. Many of you might not know. That's why I just shared this. Okay, guys. Thank you. If there are no doubts, I think we can
Thank you so
close.
much, Soshan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, sir. Thank you for
Thank you.
answering
Thank you,
all
everyone.
the questions patiently.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for giving us the time, Soshan. I think it kind of like this helps us for the smooth transition to the new turf wicket, and
Exactly. Yes.
it's been like it definitely helps. Your conferences, like definitely helps us and gives us more information. Also we make the changes accordingly. In our RPCL rules book. I think we'll just go ahead and as per what all we discussed in today's meeting, we're gonna make the changes, the amendments to our RPCL rules book, and then we're gonna
Okay.
bring it to our RPCL fraternity. To all our players, captains, managers, and umpires. Thank you once again, Soshan. And also, since
Sure.
we have recorded this, like with your permission, we'll go ahead and
Sure. Sure. Go ahead. You can use it.
share it with
Yeah.
all the cricket fraternity. So we just don't we are not like, oh, it's RPCL conference, so this is only for RPCL. No, this is for the whole cricket community. And
Exactly.
also,
Yeah.
this is coming from the expert, with your experience being a BCCI umpire. Like it's. Thank you so much for giving your time with all your, amidst your assignments, and also it's night back in India right now. So no,
Okay.
I don't want to take much of your time, Soshan. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who
Thank you.
attended.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. I know it's IPL final. Looks like RCB is getting
RCB is winning. Yeah.
Soshan,
winning. Yeah.
Yes.
Soshan, thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
It's good to see you again.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a
Same
Yeah.
here.
wonderful evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Soshan.
Sunday.
Have a
Thank
good
you all.
night.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you. Bye, guys.
next time I come to India, I'll check you out.
Yeah, please. I
Okay.
am doing a live match from
Uh,
this June 20th. I'll send
sure.
you the match details.
Hopefully, I
Yeah.
come down and I'll